Yes, fight fans, body and mind, sports, my people, you are fully appreciated in this round, my guys. I have for you one more time. Teofimo Lopez, my guys, my people, who George Kambosos has revealed in an interview with Fight Hype that Teofimo has been on social media ranting again, this time about George Kambosos, saying that in his fight with Kambosos, where he dropped Kambosos in the 10th round, my guys, my people. Well, since then, he has gone on to do great things, while George Kambosos has been taking nothing but losses, my guys, my people. And so, in that interview with George Kambosos, with Fight Hype, he hit back straight at Teofimo Lopez, just reminding him quickly that, look, I actually dropped you in that fight. And you need to sit down just like I dropped you in that fight. Because you are out here begging paydays, my guys. He is begging for paydays. Ain't that what he was doing with Devin the Dream Haney? Right? And Devin the Dream Haney told him the same thing. Well, so now George Kambosos is repeating the same words as Devin the Dream Haney, my guys, my people. And George Kambosos goes on to tell him that you have made nothing in the sport of boxing. You have made absolutely zilch. And not only that, but when I came to your backyard in New York at the MSG, not only did I beat you, but I took away your payday and your titles at the same time, you know. So yeah, you need to sit down just like I sat you down, my guys, my people. But George Kambosos, it did a step better. You know, he told Teofimo Lopez that he's willing to give him that rematch, my guys. He's willing to give him the rematch that he actually promised to give him immediately after he beat Teofimo Lopez. A rematch that Teofimo Lopez has been avoiding since the day of that fight, 2021. He's been avoiding that fight since 2021, my guys, my people. Well, now Kambosos has doubled down, saying, I'm ready to give you that rematch right now. But just like before, he's not willing to come back to New York and you know, rematch Teofimo Lopez. He says he's done that already. So this time around, Teofimo Lopez, if he really wants that rematch, needs to visit him in his own backyard in Australia, my guys, my people. George Kambosos, who is right now signed to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom now, my people. And Matchroom works a lot with Turkey Al Sheikh and Riyadh Season. And so George Kambosos has said that if you don't want it in Australia, we can have it on neutral ground, Saudi Arabia, on a Riyadh Season fight card, my guys, my people. And he says that can happen right away after well, he says they can go into talks right after George Kambosos, goes on to collect Richardson Hitchens's IBF title in March, my guys, my people. A feat which I think he would not be able to do. But he does promise though that he will collect that title and unify with Teofimo Lopez, my guys, my people. Whether that fight happens or not, it's not going to be a unification bout, because Hitchens is going to destroy George Kambosos. Let me just put that out there now. Richardson Hitchens is just a lesser aggressive Devin the Dream Haney, and we saw what Devin Haney did already twice to George Kambosos, who is more or less now not too far from just being a journeyman, in my opinion, if you ask me. But anyway, let's go on to talk more about Teofimo Lopez, my guys, my people. Teofimo Lopez, is he actually going to take that George Kambosos offer? Because we know right now he's trying to get out of his contract with Top Rank, who Teofimo Lopez says, wow, in interview on the Boxing and Voice and NES, he says that according to his contract with Top Rank, if he were to go on and fight a champion? Well, Top Rank would add another 5 fights, which means extending his contract by 5 fights, my guys, my people. If he were to go on and beat a champion. But if he loses to a champion, on the other hand, well, his payday will dwindle. It will dwindle, my guys, from 270,000 all the way possibly to 50,000, which would mean back to small hall shows, my guys, my people. That is the explanation that Teofimo Lopez says his contract with Bob Arum is holding him under, my guys, my people. So that goes to show you that he has no intention of fighting the champions that he's been calling out. Terence Bud Crawford, Jerome Bruce Ennis, Gervonta Tank Davis, champion in recess, Devin the Dream Haney, my guys, my people. And we can throw in there too Brian Norman, my guys, my people. All these fighters in separate divisions, my guys, my people. So he has no intention in fighting any of these fighters, because as he has been explaining to us, he is trying to get out of his contract with Top Rank. So the case being is that because if he goes on to fight these fighters, it wouldn't benefit him. It wouldn't suit his plan to get out of the contract, because each of these champions, if he goes on to beat them, would extend his contract by 5 fights. My guys, my people. Another thing as well, Teofimo Lopez has blatantly come out and stated that you know, all of the racial rants that he has been going on, calling Terence Bud Crawford a monkey in his call out of Terence Bud Crawford, and Gervonta Tank Davis monkey as well. He says that he is not a racist. He's not a racist, my guys. Then why say those words? In fact, says that all he's doing is that he's exercising his rights to free speech, and he is just race baiting in order to capture those fights. Now make it make sense. How can you capture those fights when these are champions? And according to his explanation, his contract with Top Rank, which he is trying to get out of, if he fights a champion and goes on to beat them, will extend his contract. And I say once again, a contract that he's trying to get out of, my guys, my people. Oh my God, Teofimo Lopez is not only confusing, but he is confusing himself, my guys, my people. And talking about paydays, Teofimo Lopez, who wants to you know, try to earn bigger paydays, my guys, my people, and has been given offers to do so by Turki Al Sheikh for a Riyadh season card to face Devin the Dream Haney. Well, he turned that down because they were offering Devin the Dream Haney a bigger piece of the pie of 3 million. You know, so he turned that down. And so Top Rank, they did give him another offer for another fight that Teofimo Lopez wanted. That fight there being a fight with former IBF champion Zubro Matias, and they were going to give him 3 million to fight Zubro Matias, who is a lesser challenge in many ways than Devin the Dream Haney. Not only that, but unlike Haney, Zubro Matias is not a champion anymore, my guys, which suits him very well and puts him on the road of trying to get out of his contract with Top Rank, because it does not hold that clause that holds him to you know, having to extend his contract by 5 fights if he used to go on and beat Zubro Matias, my guys, my people. So do you understand here? Do you understand here, my guys, my people, that Teofimo Lopez has no intention of fighting any of the champions that he has been calling out? Simple. And in terms of race baiting, well, he's been race baiting for what? No reason. For fights that he does not intend to land. Doesn't make any sense. And in terms of wanting to earn more money, he's not really looking to earn more money according to his logic, because he's refusing the fight that most probably possibly guarantee him a win against a fighter who is not a champion, that puts him on the road to getting out of his contract. So he's turned down any and everything that is good for him at this particular moment, my guys. Make it make sense, my guys, my people. It doesn't, because, and you can't make it make sense, because there's no logic behind any of the things that he's doing right now. In fact, right now, in order to get out of his contract, he's gone on to hire Saul Canelo Alvarez's lawyer to try to get him out of this jailhouse contract that he's got with Top Rank, my people. But what he doesn't understand is that in Saul Canelo Alvarez's case with Oscar de la Hoya, he actually had a case, my guys, my people. But with his case, with Teofimo's case with Top Rank, where is the case when Top Rank has given you everything that you have been calling for? You wanted a fight with Devin the Dream Haney. They gave you the fight with Devin the Dream Haney and you refused. You wanted a fight with Zubru Matias. They gave it to you and you refused. And that was your biggest payday. So, you know, he's just defeating himself. He defeated himself even before he could even build a case, my guys, my people. So, yeah, that goes to show you stupidity there. I mean, he's running rife in his blood. I'll tell you that straight. And George Kambosos, in his interview with Fight Hype, he actually did go on to say that all Teofimo Lopez says is just talk, and not enough of this, not enough brain cells, my guys, my people. So yeah, because if he did have brain cells and he knew about the clause that his contract held him under, then he would understand that after losing to George Kambosos, if he really wanted to get out of that contract, he shouldn't have fought Josh Taylor. You should never have fought Josh Taylor. What he should have done is in fact gone on to fight Pedro Campo, which he beat, a no champion. Gone on to fight Sando Martin, who he beat, was a no champion. Should have gone on to fight Jaimes Ortiz, who on record he beat, was not a champion, my guys. And Steve Claggett, no champions. None of them are champions. And if you had taken the Zubru Matias fight, that would have been his 5th fight and would have been out of his contract by 2025, the beginning of 2025. You know, so obviously he's not moving right, and it's gonna cost him more money to hire a lawyer, my guys, my people. So yeah, that's all I can say on Teofimo Lopez. What a shame, my guys. What a shame. Yes, my people, before I move on, some latest news about Teofimo Lopez has arrived again, and I can't resist but put it into this content, my guys. Yeah, let me just put it into this content, my people. And yes, Teofimo Lopez, apparently the latest is that he has also been offered a fight with Raymond Maritala, my guys, who fight at 135 pound division, my people. And once again, Teofimo Lopez has turned down the fight flat out, even though Raymond Maritala is not a champion. So it helps him on his way to getting out of his contract with Top Rank. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, anyway, Teofimo Lopez in his last 2 fights, was it the first one not against Jaimes Ortiz, and then it went on to beat Steve Claggett, So that is 2 fights so far he has won, right? So if he takes the Raymond Maritala fight, that would make 3 fights, win or lose, right? And maybe it can revisit the Zubril Matias fight, see if he can get that fight again. And if he does get it, that will make 4 fights. So yeah, and then he can, you know, spend this time after that negotiating with George Kambosos to see if he can make that fight happen, because I believe George Kambosos will come off his fight with Richardson Hitchens in March, not a champion, because Richardson Hitchens is gonna beat him. He's gonna beat him, my guys. And so yeah, if he can you know, abide by Kambosos' terms to fight in Australia or Saudi Arabia, and even if that, Turkey Al Sheikh would have to agree to it, my guys, my people. So yeah, so those, that will make 5 fights, right? George Kambosos, that will make 5 fights if he can make those fights happen. So that means he can fight 3 of these opponents that I've mentioned: George Kambosos, Raymond Maritala, and Zubril Matias in 2025, if he can make it happen. And if you add those 3 fighters to his past opponents in Jermaine Ortiz and Steve Claggett, well, that will be 5 fights, and he will be well clear to get out of his contract with Top Rank. That is better than following this messy lawsuit, which leaves him no leg to stand on, my people, because Top Rank has done well to cover themselves, their backs, my guys, my people, against the stings of a lawsuit, my guys, my people. And if anyone is gonna get stung, it's gonna be Teofimo Lopez, my people, because he has just been contradicting himself, you know, which is the reason why he has no legs to stand on, my people. Top Rank have done their best to offer him the fights that he needs to get out of the contract, and he's just been refusing them. And not only that, he's been asking for fights that will keep him locked in the contract, you know, i.e. the champions that he's been chasing. Although, even though he has said that you know, he was just calling them out just to promote his upcoming fight, an upcoming fight with Zubril Matias, Devin the Dream Haney, that he didn't even want. So there you go. He was just making Top Rank's job more difficult and making his career more difficult. So yeah, how would that stand in court? Teofimo Lopez, he needs to think about it. Yeah, he can fight 3 fights in 2025 and get out get out of that contract, my guys, my people, instead of yeah, acting like he's a brainless you out here, a total racist, my guys, my people. But really, who has time for Teofimo Lopez? Yeah, if he knows what is good, get those 3 fights and get out of the contract, my you. Well, anyway, let me move on. Let me move on to something more important. Keyshawn Davis, it has been revealed and it is official. He is fighting the WBO champion at 135 pounds, Denise Berinchyk. My guys, my people, it is official, my guys, and it's coming right after David Benavidez and David Morrell fight on February the 1st, my people. And yes, Keyshawn Davis is fighting exactly 2 weeks before Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach on March 1st. My guys, my people, let's run through Keyshawn Davis's record so far. Keyshawn Davis stands at 12 wins, no losses, no draws, 8 coming via KO, my guys. So a master technician, knockout artist, and what an achievement in only 12 fights, already fighting for a world title. Wow. Not only that, but it's already starting to make record gates, pay-per-view worthy gates, my guys, my people. He is a star in the making, my guys, my people. I'm Keyshawn Davis, an Olympian, silver medalist. Wow. This young youth has done so much already in his career, and actually coming off the best win of his career against Gustavo Lemo, someone that took Richardson Hitchens to hell and back. Most people saying that he beat Richardson Hitchens in his fight at 140 pounds, my guys, my people. But I have to say, though, that Gustavo Lemos in his fight versus Keyshawn Davis came in 6 pounds overweight, 5 pounds over the 135 weight limit the fight was set at, and 1 pound over the 140-pound weight limit, which he normally fights in, my guys, my people. So I beg the question, was his camp going well? Because he looked very sluggish in the Keyshawn Davis fight, my guys. Nothing like the person that Richardson Hitchens fought, my guys, my people. But this fight with Denise Berinchyk, I believe, will answer all of those questions and more, my guys, my people. Because Denise Berinchyk, he is no slouch. He got this WBO title, a vacant title, by facing off against a very formidable opponent in Emmanuel Navarrete, the boogeyman, at 130 pounds, clearing the division, my guys. There's nobody at 130 pounds to test him. Only for him to go up and test Denise Berinchyk, and you know, got the how can I say, yeah, he got the reminder that he needed, that 135 pounds is, there's a whole different field of beasts there, my guys, and Denise Berinchyk is one of them. Berinchyk actually also an Olympian, part of the Usyk and Lomachenko Olympic team, and a very strong Olympic team that was. So you can imagine how strong an opponent, how formidable an opponent Berinchyk is, my guys, my people. Denise Berinchyk, after being Emmanuel Navarrete, well, in his ringside interview, he said, when they asked him who does he want next, he said, well, Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, and he has, stepped up and stood on his word, my guys, my people. So now we are going to get that fight, and finally, we are going to find out whether Keyshawn Davis, whether either of these fighters are who they say they are. And if Keyshawn wins, I believe we'll be sending a very scary message to the other champions in the division that yes, he has arrived and he is of course a real threat. They will have to take him seriously. Gervonta Tank Davis will have to take him seriously. A fighter, I believe that, after if he beats Denise Berinchyk, he will be calling out Gervonta Tank Davis to fight. However, Eddie Hearn might throw Andy Cruz in his way. Eddie Hearn, though, has no connection with Gervonta Tank Davis, by the way. But it's just that Eddie Hearn has already previously in the Bruce Ennis versus Chikadjian 2 fight, has already discussed the possibility of Andy Cruz, who beat Keyshawn Davis 4 times in the amateurs, of possibly facing one another, my guys, my people. So yeah, Denise Andy Cruz might get in the way of Keyshawn Davis versus Gervonta Davis first, before Keyshawn actually gets to Gervonta Tank Davis. But even then, will Davis take that fight? They might need to strip him. Because there's this talk that he has deserved his position and he can fight whoever he wants. Nah, I don't believe in that theory, because the belts, you don't own the belts, my guys. You do not own the belts. You are holding up careers out here. You are holding up people's legacy out here. Get your fingers out your pocket and start fighting some real opponents, championship worthy opponents, my guys, my people. But guess who's going to be on the undercard of Keyshawn Davis versus Denise Berinchyk? We are going to be having Abdullah Mason, the ever impressive prospect out here, my guys, my people, and he is going to be going against Manuel Jaimes, a former opponent of Rolando Romero, my guys, my people. So that is a big step up. It is no, I won't say such a big step up, but it's a step up that will put him well into at least close to championship contention, my guys, my people, and would give us an insight as to how well he would do against a possible opponent as Rolando Romero, who actually fights a division above Abdullah Mason at 140 pounds. My guys, my people, will give us the measure, the test to see, to see how he would fare with opponents of that level, at least, my guys, my people. Rolando Romero, who has been a WBA champion already in his own division, you know, only to go on and lose to Isaac Cruz, and then Isaac Cruz lost to Valenzuela, who is now currently the WBA champion at 140 pounds, my guys, my people. And with that said, that's all I have for you on this one. Before I leave, do like, do share, subscribe, and of course, drop your comments below, my guys, my people. And as always, stay super, super blessed, my guys.